So, sorry I haven't been posting at all lately. There's a reason for that. I've just been caught up in a lot of things. Um, so I'm going to be uploading some videos from maybe 15 days ago or so, 10, 15 days ago, that are just kind of in the editing works. And I have maybe 4 videos with the 2 channels combined. So, yeah, and I have something on the way that I think you guys are going to really like, but I won't spoil that. So I guess without further ado, here's the video. Look what came in the mail! Package from Antique Electronics Supply. That's right, we're going to be working on this Philco-Ford. Now, this was built in between when Ford bought Philco and when they put Philco-Ford on it. This is a 63, maybe a 64. AM, FM, civil defense markings. Kind of looks like a car radio, this part. Especially car radios that Ford had in their cars during that time. But yeah, this should be cool. Cheesy, and I love it. So last time I powered this up, with any voltage applied to it, it blew up. Now, something back there blew up. I'm not quite sure what it is. There's a burnt resistor, but there was just a really loud pop. So, I'm guessing it's due to this. It did power up once, and there was filter hum, some gargly stations coming in, so we know that everything else works okay. There's no dead tubes. There was just a capacitor that I think leaked a lot of AC, and then that ended up blowing something up. But yeah, I hope we'll fix it. Here's what we got. Some resistors, some capacitors. We're also going to be fixing that record player right there, too. So, the other reason why something could have blown up in here is this sand resistor. This shows 0 ohms on the multimeter when I tested it. And there's something burnt up back there, which I wonder if that's what exploded. I think that's a resistor, judging by the schematic. Speaking of schematics, this is actually the first time that I've ever had to use one. Like, actually needed to use a schematic. And I found one, and that's how I got the values. Or what are hopefully the values. Once those leads are broken, I rewired them there, and then there. It's of course a little botched, especially there. I wasn't really looking, but it'll work. I might have to go from there up to there too. That one should be easier than the other two, because the other two are very cramped. But anyways, I'll keep you posted. Did a little better job on that last one there, that ran from there to there. Now it's time to replace one more resistor and then all the capacitors. Here's a little tip from me. I installed the first orange drop somewhere in there. I guess that means I did a decent job getting it in there because I can't tell it apart. But I always keep these little leads for stuff like this because it would have been helpful to have a thing going across there. In fact, I might replace it with one of those leads. But I'm going to get the other orange drop inside and then replace the filter. So I have the other orange drop in there. I'm not going to solder that one since that's actually a shared hole with another thing I'll be replacing, which is a resistor. But I got that one in there. Alright, we have our other resistor in there. So now it's time to cut those leads short and replace the filter, and then we should be good to go. So I got one of these craptastic things out. I noticed that everything in here is Philco, even down to the IF transformers. Speakers are Philco. Everything is Philco. But yeah, there we go. 40, 40, 50. I think I might have gotten 347s. Not super critical. All at 150 volts, and I think I got 160 volts. So yeah. So there's the filter replacement right there. Just got to get that down. There's the top of it where the negative goes down. Also have to redo that one, put it back where it was, since I had to take it out to get this thing. And then it should be good for testing. There's no 35W4 in here. It's just all 12BA6s. Look at this tube. It's from 1983. Westinghouse. Alrighty, let's test it. Testy time. And serving us for this test is the wonderful and quite literally a can't suck wiener. It weans cows. It's a can't suck wiener. Let's turn on AFC. $39. It's cold out here. It is like cold. Oh, hear that? Something burned up back there. I turned it up high. Let me see what burnt up. Oh man, I can smell that. So at least my can't suck wiener died, but, or at least it didn't die. I think whatever sizzled up in there last time is not replaced. Which leaves the question, what sizzled up in there? I'll have to take a look. This is why we do things outside, everyone. This is still smelling and I have the thing completely powered off. I'm gonna look for an arc in there. So I can't find out what got the hots in here, and I can still smell it. You know, I'm looking for arcs on the board, and that's pretty messy, so my initial guess would be that that is where the problem lies. It's also looking kind of messy up here, and it sounded like it was in the audio circuit because the speakers were buzzing whenever I turned it up high, and I could also hear like a coming from the inside. I thought I looked over everything, but if you guys see anything, and I don't solve it by the end of the video, just let me know. Oh, I see it. An arc. Tasty, tasty arc. That's funny because that place was also sizzled up last time. Like, while I was replacing the parts, I looked at that and I was wondering, hey, something looks like it arced right there. Alright, let me solve that. So I noticed that if you look over here, right below where that was, it's getting all sizzly toasty right there. So I'll bet that if this wasn't hardwood, like this entire thing is hardwood, including those supports. They really don't make them like they used to. I bet that if that wasn't like solid hardwood, that could have caught fire, which is good that it didn't. So I guess I'll fix that arc situation. The birds won't stop screaming. This is why point-to-point construction is good. So remember what I said about using old the old parts from the replacements? There we go. I'll use the replacement leads to do that, since I think it was arcing over a couple of the wires because it melted these two together. Melted them like halfway down. So I think that was part of the problem of the arc, but it completely charred the other side of the board. I used this and I just was like scraping out charred bits, which I hope aren't conductive. I don't think they would be. But I guess we'll go back out and test it again. Kinda scared of this thing, but we're back on it again. I'm just getting away from it. Ah, there it goes again. Still doing it. This may be a two-parter. I don't want anything to pop big time because of the arc. This is weird.